They told me I had the role of a lifetime, until I turned the casting room into a trap they'd never forget. I had just graduated film school and was struggling to land meaningful roles. Then an email arrived. Exclusive casting opportunity, paid role, immediate start. The sender's portfolio looked legit. A small studio, Lux Film Productions, promising $5,000 for a lead part in a short film. Excited, I sent over my headshot and CV. The response was swift. Great, just pay the casting fee, and we'll schedule your audition. Red flag number 1, legit studios never ask for upfront money, but curiosity and desperation pushed me forward. I decide to play along, knowing something's off. I wouldn't just lose my money, I was going to expose them. I created a fake talented but eager profile, a blend of professionalism and vulnerability. They loved it. They asked for €200 upfront for the casting. I paid, but only after setting up a recording setup in my apartment and a secure chat archive. Next, I started digging. Using the email headers and small details in their messages, I traced their IP addresses and found multiple victims, young actors across Europe, each sending money and never hearing back. I started collecting evidence, screenshot logs of their casting confirmations and victims' bank transfers. I reach out to one of the other victims under the guise of supporting a fellow actor, and they spill everything. With several victims connected, we brainstormed a sting. I contacted 2 legitimate casting directors I trusted and briefed them on the scam. Meanwhile, I maintained communication with the scammers, continuing to pay them tiny amounts for script copies and audition schedules. Every interaction I recorded. I collected audio recordings of the scammers instructing me to pay for fake wardrobe fittings and scene rehearsals. They set an audition date in Budapest. It was time to go live, but I needed to make sure I had backup. I rented a studio space under a different name, claiming it was an exclusive rehearsal location. I invited the scammers, acting completely oblivious to their suspicious behavior. I coordinated with my legitimate casting directors and a videographer friend to arrive early for a supposed equipment check. Hidden cameras were placed strategically. I was nervous. What if they recognized the setup? I had to play my role perfectly. On the day of the audition, the scammers arrived confident, demanding, and smug. I played the naive actor, rehearsing lines, fumbling scripts, asking for minor clarifications. The casting directors, acting as producers, interrogated them about the payment and script inconsistencies. The scammers stumbled. They couldn't produce official contracts, budgets, or legal papers. It was perfect. I had on-the-spot recordings of their evasive explanations. They tried to claim miscommunication and threatened to walk, but my team had them cornered. I invited the other victims, posing as observers, to witness the scammers' collapse. One of them recorded the confrontation on their phone. The scammers grew desperate, revealing phone numbers, PayPal accounts, and email networks in their panic. By now, I had complete mapping of their scam network, cross-verified with victim testimonials. The scammers realized they couldn't walk away. Public humiliation was imminent. I posted a legally safe redacted video of the confrontation online. Within hours, victims recognized the scammers and shared their own stories. Comments flooded in with outrage and solidarity. Within 48 hours, authorities contacted me for full evidence submission. The scammers' payment accounts were frozen, their emails deactivated, and the studio page taken down. The €200 casting fees were refunded to victims through PayPal disputes. Even days later, aspiring actors tagged the video, warning others, ensuring the scammers would never pull this again. They promised dreams, but I gave them reality. I kept my narration cold and precise in the videos, showing each piece of evidence and exposing the lies. I felt the satisfaction of turning desperation into empowerment. Watching the scammers squirm while their network collapsed gave viewers both emotional release and shock value, the exact mix that drives virality. I used this story to create a guide for actors. How to spot casting scams and protect your money. Justice, exposure, and education wrapped in one.
Thank you for being here. If you enjoyed this, go watch the one on the left, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the channel for more tales of triumph over injustice and a saga of ultimate revenge.